welcome you all to our Tech Podcast series. And today I am here with you, Chavi, your podcaster of the day. And with that note, you all know that we come up with so amazing speakers in our podcast. And guess what? We are yet again back with amazing speaker. Today we have our guest, Jigar Patel. I welcome you, Jigar, to our podcast series. He is currently the head of product development at Yudiz Solutions, and it's been more than a decade that he has been into the corporate world. So, with that note, I welcome you and would love to know how are you.
Hi, Chavi. Thanks for inviting me for the show. Mm, actually, I started my journey 11 years back, and I started as iOS developer. And then after I moved to lead iOS development, and after that I become project manager. And after that I become product manager, and I got to understand entire life cycle of the due to these different roles which I have been through. I understood each and every role, and it is really helping me to be a good product development head over here. And yeah, that is what I am currently. We are working on some big products, and which I can share to you.
Now, moving with that, as you share your journey, it was really lovely. Now, would love to know one thing from you that, like, whenever someone will go to your profile, you have expertise in so many domains. So, would love to know one by one that on which domains you have amazing expertise and how you keep up yourself with those trends with like so many technologies, like we have blockchain, AR, VR. So, how you keep yourself updated with all the trends?
Actually, I started my journey as iOS application developer. So I was really keen before how application is working, and then I come to know about games. So and I am actually a gamer, so I got to know more about games and its development. And so far I was on only on the front side, but slowly I I began to think about backend, and I started working closely with backend developers. So I got to know about the database and all those backend things, and that's how I get into more and more into the tech. And as I get to know more about it, I just realized that so many things are there here. Like you can have a kind of AI based game where your enemies in your game environment, you can't predict their behavior. So we started experiment on that one domain, and other one we can say we are working on kind of fantasy application which is currently uh, in boom. So we have kind of explored that area as well. So how I get to know about all this technology is just we just pick one product and get to know more about how behind the scene it should work. And mm, as as we have so many talented developers and engineers out here, so I talk to them, I get to know about new topics from those guys, and we combinedly study that, and we kind of conclude like how we can do more better on that thing. One thing that helps me a lot is reading blogs. I read frequent blogs, and Medium is the one platform which I use a lot, and I have kind of bookmarked all of the recent article or all the article that I read. I highlight all those points, and we always try to add that into our product. So you can say either machine learning, AI, or you can say like blockchain. So we are targeting all those areas, but our end goal is to engage our user to know what they really want and how this latest technology can help us to achieve that.
That was very insightful, and I really love the way you mentioned one great thing to our listeners and viewers that like reading blogs is something which is very much like helpful to the to like people like us who wants to keep ourselves updated with all the trends which are going on in so many techs. So like there's one thing that is coming to my mind with that like there are so many blogs that we refer, right? And so many texts. So according to you that like people still gets confused about from where they can have the right knowledge, because when it comes to blockchain, AR, VR, they are still emerging technologies and there are so many myths that are going on internet. So how to like segregate which is the right information or wrong information? Anything that you want to share your points on?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Actually, the fundamental things would be to learn the basics. If you want to understand blockchain, then you have to understand how cryptography works and how it works. It's we are already educated about that in our college days, right? How cryptography works. So getting such kind of basic knowledge is really important. If somehow you miss that chapter or something in your college days, then I recommend you that you purchase that book and understand those things, because that will give you the fundamental knowledge, and after that you can learn anything. I prefer reading over watching, because watching any video will be a continuous work. You have to scrub through. You don't know which moment you learn what thing. And while you have kind of books where you can highlight things, or kind of any kind of blogs where you can highlight particular thing, you can index it, you can search it, so you can retain it for your later use. That is what going to help you. So if anybody is want to know anything on particular subject, right, that I would encourage him to first understand the basic lessons. Like if you talk of me about AI, right, then it is really driven by database. So if you need to know how database work, how algorithm work, right, what machine learning is doing, it is kind of automating some things, right? If you ask me anything and I am expert of that, then I'm going to reply that to you, but behind my back I have so much data which I'm analyzing. So that is just reflecting on that machine learning thing. So it is really complicated subject, but we have to divide it in separate part and understand basics of everything. You can search it online, you can start with any kind of course. I would prefer any paid course, because they're going to have all the content together, so you don't need to find at different places. They're going to assign you some homework which will be useful as well. And as you get to, because that course will not make you expert, that will give you basic understanding, right? And as you get basic understanding, you will eventually know how to move forward from there.
That's actually nice. And like, according to you, in this present time, like, how one should go with these technologies of blockchain, AR, VR, because blockchain is still doing fine, but when it comes to AR, VR, there are so many confusions that are coming up to everyone's mind, that which technology they should learn and how they should get started. So, according to you, how one should get that information?
So there are different parts in AR VR. Either you can be in a graphic side where you are creating 3D models. If you are an artist, it would be good for you to create some models,
Yeah,
some
NFT
3D
side.
models. Yeah. And if you are good at programming side, right, then it is really easy, right? Nowadays, you are getting ready-made frameworks. You just need to define some anchor points and just need to work around that framework, and you can easily create your AR VR application. But if you really want to be in the game, then you need to understand that framework, like how that is working. Like suppose I'm scanning any area, right? So it is finding some kind of physical anchor points where they can augment the reality. So how they are able to do it? They are able to do it with the help of that processing power, which is analyzing the image. It is getting depth of the image, and you need to understand how that image processing is working behind the scene. And there are so many kind of algorithms you that depends on the hardware that you are having. So that kind of things, so those are different levels. I mean, if you want to do some kind of serious work, then you can get to know how framework works. If you just want to create some good games and not get into more into the how that engine works, then you can just pick any of your favorite framework, any of your favorite language, and you can start working on that.
That was amazing.
But I
And
hope, yeah, everybody knows difference between AR, VR. Augmented reality would be something which will be, suppose my car is broken, suppose engine is not working or getting smoke out of it, right? And then I open bonnet of car and I have one application where I show, uh, where I picture my, where I put my car bonnet on my camera screen, and that will is going to augment the reality. It is going to tell me like this is engine, this is this thing, this is this thing, and it going to give me more information on that. So it is going to useful in the real world, more of a real world. And if we are talking about VR, then it will get you to some kind of random world where you can do anything that you want. So yeah, both kind of using cutting edge technology, but that is what the basic difference.
that was really great. Now, moving with that, would love to know any of the projects which are going on in your company related to the same or on like AR, VR, blockchain, AI/ML.
Yeah, actually, one of the application that we are working is fantasy sports. So on that product, we are working on some of the AI component. Like in fantasy app, user need to create teams, right? And they don't have much time because uh, match is going to start a few minutes after the lineups get out for the players. So they don't have that much time. So we are kind of working on feature where on a single tap of a button click, a user can create their teams, and the system might ask him some questions like what kind of team are you looking for if user want to go on that way. Otherwise, they can single clickly create team. That is kind of thing which we are working on our AI with our AI team to work over there, and slowly we're going to utilize that product on other areas as well. Another thing would be like players credit system. So all the different player have different credits. In fantasy sport, Virat Kohli has kind of 10, another player has 9. So that credit is managed manually currently on our product. But what we are looking is based on the past performance of that player. We need to set that dynamic credit to that user. So that is something we are working on as well. More on that, we are into mobile gaming platform where we have multiple games. So the problem is that user is opening application and there are thousands of applications, right? So we need to create UI really simple. So we need some kind of AI engine who can track users' behavior and can find patterns like this player is good at this game. So let's show that content more and more. So that kind of thing is helping us to have better user engagement or to have rich experience while using our product. So that is something that I would like to share that we are working on.
That was really great and amazing, to be honest. And with that note, like any three tips that you want to share with our viewers, like when it comes to tech domains?
Yeah, actually, three tips. Actually, I think I can give only one tip, more or less it, but that will be that will cover everything. If you are really interested on tech side, right, then there are really less and less people for certain jobs. Like if you right now going to find any big data engineer, you wouldn't get that much easily. So doors are open for all kind of niche technology, and knowledge is also open. So you can take interest on any particular technology and can give your 100%, and that is going to pay you off in few years. So that is just I would like to say to all of the viewers that pick your tech and start working on that. Learn, understand things, find good mentor. I mean, if you can have a good mentor, then it is going to help you a lot, and that would be the thing. Yeah,
That was fabulous. Thank you so much, Jigar, for your amazing insights. And I'm
yeah.
pretty much sure
Thank
these insights are gonna very much helpful for all the viewers, and they also love the conversation. So thank you so much.